with Tom Walker. So, Tom, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
You're all right?
Yeah.
Everything worked itself through?
Well, yeah, for the most part.
Good.
Some things don't
It's a nice day.
Yeah.
We were just talking. It is Mr. Rogers' birthday, so
Yes, it is.
Was he really a Navy SEAL?
that I couldn't answer, but
Urban legend.
it wouldn't surprise me. But what do you mean a Navy SEAL?
They claim
Is that
that
like
he was a Navy SEAL with like 50 confirmed kills in Vietnam. I
No
don't know if
way.
that's an urban legend, but I just...
he was in Vietnam? I don't know about
It just
that.
sounds like such... Can you imagine
Rogers?
him going, I'm just going to take off my shoes and put on my combat boots and shoot some people?
You know, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, truth is stranger than fiction, but like, what? So SEALs are the ones that do the killing?
They're the Sea Air Land. They're commandos. They're like uber soldiers.
They're crazy.
Wow, I know very little about the military. The only thing I know is I used to see the Blue Angels flying sometimes when I lived in D.C. and I'd always go see them. I had a friend that loved seeing the Blue Angels. They were Navy, I think.
I think they are.
Yeah,
They're Navy.
And I'm ignorant of a lot of
that's the
military
only
stuff.
thing I know about the Navy. The planes that do little, fun stuff, shows that have nothing to do with the military.
I just know it wouldn't have suited my basic pacifistic personality.
Yeah. So, what's going on in your music career, Mr. Tom Walker?
I run a concert company called
Yes, you
DigitalCafeTour.com, and I have an indie band called Friday's Child that was big for a while and sort of resurging now.
Really? And where were they big? In Japan?
No, we toured all over the United States.
I'm just joking.
We had sold out the Bottom Line 4 nights in a row.
I
when it
love
was
the
open.
Bottom Line. Wow.
That was 98, 99, and then they closed. Was it 2000?
NYU ate it. Yep.
Yeah, I was an NYU student.
Oh.
That was one of the things I didn't like about that the rapacious land.
Well, it's the school that ate New York. I always feel like I know it's true, right?
When I went there, I got a scholarship because the dean said, "Well, we don't really have any money." I said, "Sure you do." And my mother turns around and looks at me because she was there for the interview, and he says, "What do you mean, sure you do?" I said, "You own more land in this city than the Catholic Church. You can afford to pay for me to go here."
And they did?
Yes, they
What
did.
was your major?
A film.
Wow, so you were in Tisch?
Yeah, I was in Tisch for 4 years.
Wow. So what do you do anything with that, or?
Well, yeah, Digital Cafe is...
So talk about Digital Cafe. I want to know, like, A to Z.
Well, it emanated out of my band. In '96, I started Friday's Child, and we were Halloween night at the Baggett Inn in the West Village.
Okay, I know the Baggett Inn.
Yeah, and they closed recently, actually, through a rapacious land grab, by the way. And
that was Sun Mountain Cafe, actually.
It was, yeah.
I know.
Sun Mountain.
Did you know Hugh? I just ran into Hugh. That's the first open mic I ever did in my life, was there.
Was Sun Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Tom O'Byrne.
Tom, yeah.
Tom's one of my best buddies.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Tom, we shot
love
our concerts all 2007 was done at the Baggett. Everybody said we were
God.
crazy.
If you tell Tom I used to be Black Flamingo. I'll always be Black
He'll
Flamingo.
know.
Oh, my God.
Tom will go, oh, Christ.
I
Do you know her?
He's going to say,
Christ.
she's the one. Oh,
you know her?
Is he watching?
Why the fuck do you know her?
You should text him. You should tell him to tune in. Oh, my God, I love Tom. And then he had his kids and blah, 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 blah.
Tom is the only club owner in New York that you can shake his hand and do better with him than you could with a contract with somebody else.
He is a totally sweetheart. But Hugh, Hugh is playing guitar for a friend of mine, Lorraine. I hadn't seen Hugh since way back when.
So you knew Barbara Powell when she booked the place, right?
I might have, because
Barbara
I
was a
did
great
play
booking
there.
agent.
I played there a lot. That was like one of my little...
That was our home. We
that
started
was my
there.
beginning place.
It was 96.
Wow, is that when it was?
Yeah, well, that's when. And then by 98, we had... I had done a deal with the Borders Books and Music chain. A friend of mine stopped booking clubs in Jersey and started booking
Borders.
Paramus Board. He said, "You got to come play our store." And I said, "No." And he said, "No, you really have to come play our store." And my band, we don't want to play a store. So he said, "I'll sell you a record." And I said, "That's great. What record?" And then I realized we had done 12 songs for an agent that didn't turn out to be very good. And I said, "Why the hell with it?" So I incorporated a label and I put a barcode on it, and I put a cover, and we called it Boy Without a Name, and he said, "Listen, I'll give you our barcode number. It's called a Bink number, and you can sell it, and we'll see how you do." So we played, and we had enough of a New York following that a lot of people came out. We sold
I'm
70.
so in awe over people like you, too. This is the day of awe. I'm in awe of her. I so don't have that gene. of understanding how to sell and make the money and
wish
figure.
I could say that it was on purpose. I mean,
well, that's fine. I don't care if it's by accident. Accident, I'll take that. That's brilliant.
I'm recognizing when something happened. We sold 75 units in a half an hour.
Good for you.
Which means we outsold the Billboard Top 20 for the entire week.
Aw, good for you.
Within 2 years, we were doing 25 stores, and then 125 stores, then the whole chain. Then I got a second.
Wow, did you travel the country and borders?
We did 35 states.
Wow, and they paid for everything.
No, I went to corporate sponsors.
See, this is what I'm talking about. We need you on Rue and Who and Arizma Radio. We want to bring you in on our little.
Well, we can certainly partner with Digital
Board
Cafe.
of Directors.
We have a mailing list of 400,000.
Will you be on our board of directors? We're putting a board together right now, right, Phoenicia? Yes, we are.
The title, I'll just help.
Oh, well, we'll give you what Boy Without a Name
was the first record I've done.
So we'll give you a title without a name, whatever you want.
Man Without a Face.
There you go. That's been done.
Man Without a Bank Account.
Oh, well, we kind of want the bank account too, but just to share it, yeah, we'll, just so we can all keep rising. So talk more about Digital Cafe.
Well, we did this Borders tour, and it was a cafe tour, right?
Nice.
And then that tied into colleges and clubs, and we did it everywhere. And after a while, we could sell out a 1,000-seat room wherever we went.
Gosh, good for you.
Then the record labels came, and at the time, my bass player at the time, who's not my bass player now, was a little overweight. And I remember RCA Records invited themselves into our Bottom Line show in like 1999, didn't pay the $50 ticket, and they came in and said, yeah, your music is great, and the audience is great, and oh my God, they know your lyrics, and but your bass player is just like a little fat.
Motherfuckers.
And I said, are you selling a diet plan or are you selling music? Because I'm a little fuzzy here. And that's when I realized I didn't need them. Just turned my back on them completely and just started my own thing.
Nice.
And we just went around, and then
you're the exact kind of people we like.
Do you remember Cyberstation?
I'm not sure.
Cyberstation was one of the first internet radio stations on the Win2 Media networks.
Okay.
And you show.
I remember MP3.
Yeah, that's what they were.
Oh, okay.
They came and they said, hey, you want to come play your stuff? I said, I'll tell you what, I'll play in the studio. They said, you're out of your mind. We did it. 2 million people tuned in.
Wow.
So we ended up bringing other bands in, and then I funded that through sponsorship, and I did that for a number of years.
Huh.
And then without getting too grim, I got sick in 2003, and everything kind of fell apart.
And you're back to...
I have MS. I'm pretty candid about it. But and then I formed a new band, and a guy that I had worked on the Batman films when I came out of NYU.
Good for you.
My first intern there became a really top indie filmmaker, and he came and said, look, you've been doing these internet concerts. We really need to film it. And I said, okay. So we rented a theater. We filled the theater with people, and we shot a concert film at the end of 2005. And then my sponsor saw it, in particular Taylor Guitars and Audix Microphones was definitely... Audix Microphones were our absolute one of our best sponsors. They really believed in what we were doing before anybody even knew what we were doing.
Wow.
And Audix
can we put on some of your music while we're listening to all this? Because I really want to hear it.
Yeah,
you can keep talking.
But in the process of doing this album that you're about to hear, we invented a codec for recording live audio that no one had done. So you'll hear this, and when the first time it made it onto greater media stations, they thought that it was a studio album, and that's when we knew we had something.
Huh.
So we raised money, and we shot 22 bands in 9 weeks in 2006, and we went from 50,000 views our first month to 600,000